Welcome back to Boring Reviews. Terrified here.
Clapper here.
The clapper.
Can't make it loud.
I can't tell you how much I love loud sounds in my ear. Don't. And I thought this would be a nice, fun video.
It's actually perfect. I have something to say when you're ready.
Good. Because I like to schedule out videos so we're ahead, never behind in case, life happens. And
life be happening.
Technically, I did not have a video scheduled for Halloween Day. Now, this is going to be technically the night before Halloween or the day before Halloween, just so, a little bit of festive stuff. But I was trying to find some kind of British Halloween video, and this is what I stumbled upon. What is it?
British versus American Halloween. I'm super excited to see this. I don't have anything to say about British versus American Halloween, but in class I have a lit focus, which is just a fun question about reading or writing to kind of start the day off with a discussion before we go into our lesson and help kids get used to talking and sharing opinions and realizing that it's okay to disagree. It doesn't have to be a fight. We don't have to hate each other. We can't be friends anymore. And so they're all over the place, but they're usually English related. And by English, I mean writing,
Brits, huh?
reading, that kind of thing. But because it's Halloween or October, I've been pulling in some Halloween things, different books that were published and whatnot, different activities that go with Halloween, how they started, like Samhain that started Halloween and what we kind of base it off on right now. However, what was interesting is, did you know?
Was it quite interesting?
Absolutely it was. Is that originally Halloween was, well, obviously not Halloween, how we celebrate it, but it was the time of the harvest and how people would dress up in costumes and put out different things in their yards and whatnot to scare away spirits because they felt like the veil was the thinnest at that time during the harvest. And so they did that. But it wasn't until 1780 when John Maine, a Scottish poet.
A Maine poet.
Absolutely, yes. Was credited with the first work writing that had to do with Halloween and the supernatural side of it. That it was a little spooky. And then, of course, we had the, what was it? Hallows Eve. What is it? Sleepy Hallows Eve? Oh, man. All Hallows Eve. I'm brain farting. Book that was written by Washington Irving in 1820 in America. And he was the first American to write about Halloween events.
Just kidding. That is cool. That is very cool. One fun fact I learned about Halloween from the Philippines, and I never cross-referenced this, but I would assume since my student was there since age 7 that she would know. She said they celebrate Christmas from September to Christmas time, and then after Christmas they do their Halloween. I thought that was very interesting. So I can't imagine there's too many differences. Obviously some slight differences, so I'm excited to find out what this person has.
Oh, are you still talking? I'm still on my phone.
As differences. We're going to react to this. If you like our reaction video, please don't forget to
like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell for our next uploaded video. I messed that up.
Yes.
That's okay. I messed it up like you mess up life.
Yes, we all have our strengths.
And we all have our struggles.
Let us know if you love Halloween and what your favorite thing about it is.
I love decorating for Halloween. That is it.
I do like the decoration part of it. But this year, for whatever reason, I'm not sure if I'm just distracted with other stuff. I have a hard time getting into it. Maybe it's our kids are getting older and older, and this is the first year they want to just kind of go out with their friends, which I knew was going to happen, and trick-or-treat with them. So this will be the first year since they were old enough to go trick-or-treating that I won't go around with them. She goes a little bit, but she likes to stay home and pass out candy. I won't go around with them and trick-or-treat. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Here we feels.
So, happy Halloween. Hope you've all got your costumes on. This year, because there's been a pandemic, I decided to save a book or two, and I've decided that I'm going to dress this year as YouTube sensation Lawrence Brown. It's just cost effective.
Is that him?
Guessing.
Just doing a walk around my street here on Halloween because it kind of occurred to me that America sort of takes this thing a bit more seriously. You'll see more decorations on some of the houses, pumpkins and spider webs, things of that nature. And in Britain, yeah, you will see that occasionally, but we don't go as all out. you know. I think America it likes its pageantry.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word, but
Oh, absolutely. It's all
Decorations.
it's a word that occurred to me just then.
Yes.
Because it's true at Christmas, it's true at graduation.
Yeah.
You know, a bigger show is made of things here, and Halloween is no exception.
So he's not in the UK, he's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm out on the streets just a bit earlier today, just to avoid all of the trick-or-treaters who would get in the way of filming. But later today, all of this is going to be a bit more crowded with Halloweeners. I think pound for pound, the north side of Chicago probably takes that a bit more seriously than Britain as well. Although when I was a kid, I used to go Halloweening a lot, usually without parents, you know. Just the three of us, friends, would go around to people's houses, dressed up like monsters. And that's a crucial point that I'll get back to in a moment. But you know, we'd knock on the doors and do the song, black is black, green is green, can you spare a penny for Halloween? Or just say trick or treat if we were lazy, which was most of the time. And the person answering the door would feel obliged to give us a coin, often 50 pence, maybe £1 if we're lucky. And that, I'm led to believe, doesn't happen in America. You get candy.
Yes.
But I've been thinking about this quite a lot because I think that the thought process for children is much the same. In Britain, if you get a £1 coin, it's like you've broken into the Bank of England. Not literally. But if you get a penny, it's very disappointing. And I suppose you could apply that logic here, right? You get a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, Fort Knox. You get candy corn.
Yes.
You get tears.
Absolutely.
But I was saying a moment ago about monsters, ghoulish characters, and when I was a child on Halloween, going around the streets of Britain, that's what I'd have to dress up as. That was synonymous with Halloween. But in America, you've kind of got freedom of choice. You can dress up as anything, right? You can dress up as a celebrity, you can dress up as a tree, you can dress up as Lawrence Brown, which some would argue is quite ghoulish as well. Now, I'm not saying that you can't dress up as monsters at Halloween in America. In fact, I just passed some children who did that very thing. Actually, come to think of it, I think they were just dressed as children. So the difference is hard to tell. I don't know. But whether I'm in Britain or America, you know, I kind of love this time of year because it signifies not just Halloween, but it signifies the coming of the holidays, and those holidays take a different form depending on what country you're in. But this moment for me is always synonymous with the idea of we're about to go into bonfire night, Guy Fawkes, all of that. I always expect that I'm going to run across a bonfire here and there, but it's just not a thing in the US, with good reason.
No.
But as the leaves fall and I sort of smell that smell in the air, you know, not the general Chicago odor, but the kind of autumn smell, that's when I think about burning an effigy. To be clear, I don't ever follow through on that desire because Chicago undoubtedly has an ordinance against it. But it's there nonetheless.
These are like the worst decorations.
Yeah. This is not the
So I live in America and my parents live in Britain, and we've always been confused by the 6-hour time difference. And then Britain, like today, changes its clocks and America doesn't for another week. And by that time, we're all 72 years old. Basically what I'm saying is, I think Arizona's got it right.
Yes.
And I think we should just do away with daylight savings.
Yes.
Let me know in the comments what you think about that, and I hope you all have a spooktacular Halloween. Can we come up with a better pun than everybody uses that? It's awful.
Okay. Don't hate me, I kind of thought that was lame. I wish that he would have gone a little bit more into detail, or even...
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that too. I had a hard time trying to find a video that would say, okay, this is... I mean, here's one right here. I didn't see this one before, but anyways.
Should we try that one next? Just really quick, if it's better?
No, I like this one because I did like his dry humor and everything.
Fine.
I mean, we got enough material to go off of. The fact that they don't... I'm not surprised to hear that they don't go all out. Let us know, because again, one person's opinion, even though they're from that country, may not represent the general viewpoint. I feel, and maybe it's just where we live right now, and not in this neighborhood, but in Las Vegas, Nevada. But people go more and more there's plenty of people that don't decorate anything.
At all.
Plenty.
Yes.
Our decorations are very feeble this year outside. Got a few glow ups, and that's about it. But some people have these great tall, like 20 feet tall, maybe that's 15 feet tall, blow ups. They have all these different crazy things. They have the whole, it's like a whole graveyard decorated in their front yard for a few weeks of the year.
I have a student whose parent plans it 6 months in advance, and it is like a whole thing. And she said he builds it all, and her mom gets super, super annoyed because it's just so much stuff that's everywhere. And it's really cool.
See that.
But I think if I were to go visit a place for Halloween, if you really want to go visit a cool place, I would go somewhere on the East Coast, like Massachusetts, Salem.
Yeah.
Places that have a lot of
that history.
With the witches and whatnot, they're going to decorate a whole lot more. But yeah, we have areas that are just all out decorations. I'm more of an inside decorator. I like the decorations inside my classroom, inside our house, just to make it fun, something a little bit different. But other than that, I do not enjoy trick-or-treating. I do not enjoy, I'll dress up, but it's not my favorite thing to do in the world. But it's true. We do definitely give out candy. And I was thinking about it. Could we afford to just give out money? But with the amount that you spend on the candy.
Yeah, it's probably very comparable.
It's probably very comparable.
If you're giving out 50 cents, which is just so
Yes.
lame, to each kid, I would say easily nowadays you can spend $100 on candy that you're going to pass out. So that's enough for 200 trick-or-treaters, which you're not going to get. Not where we live.
Not where we live.
So you can give honestly $2 to each kid, and you'd probably save money on what it costs for candy.
It's true.
But I'll never give out money because I've been in California growing up there. I've had people give us many, many times each year pennies. Maybe they were British, who knows? But you'd get 8 pennies thrown in your bag, and I'm like, what the heck is this crap? I thought it was cool because I had no money, but 8 pennies? Why not give me $1? Why not give me a dime? Why you just throwing your pennies that you want to try to get rid of? I'd have toothbrushes and toothpaste thrown into my bag.
For the people who are gets us too much candy, you shouldn't be doing this.
You don't see it anymore, but homemade popcorn in bags or whatever.
Oh my gosh, you used to get homemade things all the time, but yeah, you can't do that anymore. You can, but nobody's
People
gonna let
can,
their
but
kids
no one's
eat
gonna eat it
No.
because you hear about these idiots that are lacing it with all kinds of crap.
Yeah, no.
Dangerous stuff.
Very dangerous. I would actually prefer money. I would love that so I could go buy some. Because again, I'm not a huge candy person. I love chocolate.
Reese's, can I have some money instead?
What is this? But I think that's kind of cool that they do that. I know that some places and people, they'll, after their kids go trick-or-treating, they'll take all the candy and replace it with something else, like money or something, then donate the candy because they don't want their kids to eat it. Our son usually finishes all his candy by
the first night.
the morning.
Literally the first night. It's amazing he's not dead.
It's amazing that he doesn't throw up and get super sick.
No. And
yeah,
it's crazy. I have a different viewpoint about trick-or-treating. It was always a fun thing for me. Every time I would take my kids, I would always be kind of annoyed just because, it's after work and you're tired and I have to work tomorrow. Yeah. This year it's on a Friday, and we actually have that Friday off of school, not for Halloween, but something called Nevada Day. And it's the weekend. So this would be the one time okay, I don't mind taking you guys out, something going on. But I love the fact that they want to go with their friends because I always enjoyed that too.
Yes.
I didn't always go with my mom, so I'm not going to hold them back because I want to, whatever. But
and our oldest have been going with friends for a little bit. It's just our youngest that's been holding out with us.
But they've come. They would still go 1 or 2 rounds and then Anyways, as much as I complained about it, man, you're so lucky you get to stay home. I got to go out. I do enjoy it. It's a nice family bonding time. And anyways, but
in our area, we live very much in the suburbs, in a very nice small neighborhood, but it's all the way up against a mountain. So it is very quiet in this area. But if you go to some other areas deeper into the city, more in the heart of the city, you are going to have just trick-or-treaters all night long for 5 hours. It's
it's a lot. But as far as the differences here, I'll be interested to know in the comments section because this guy sounds like he hasn't been doing it since he was a kid. That's a long time ago. If he's even my age, it's a long time ago. Things have changed quite a bit. So let us know. He's absolutely right. You can dress as anything. Superheroes, monsters, funny gags, a thing of orange
slutty
juice.
Nurses.
Yeah.
Ketchup, spices.
Yeah, lots of different things out there.
A baby.
But as far as, it's a lot of candy. And I would say only 1/3 of the homes are passing out candy. So sometimes it's a lot of walking, trying to find people who are participating. We have a whole thing where you turn on your porch light. If you're typically handing out candy, it doesn't always work, but usually that's the whole thing. If you're not, you turn it off.
And it depends the area you're at. Again, if you're near an area like ours that's not a lot of, it's not that it's not a lot of young people. There are young people, but our just neighborhood, again, we're more out in the suburbs, so we have a lot of older people in our neighborhood. They're not,
well,
they don't always enjoy that.
We live in a smaller neighborhood too. We got a lot of homes.
Yeah.
And so these kids are smart. Our own kids the same thing. We're not gonna get anything there. Let's go to the rich neighborhoods. Let's get our full-size candy bars over there. And so we'll have like, I think we maybe have a dozen to 20
10.
people that'll ring our doorbell throughout the night. So it's not too bad. Let us know what you think about our reaction to this. Let us know what your Halloween's like, especially if you have kids. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Goodbye.